what's going on? Hope y'all having a heck of a night, man. As you should. Detroit Pistons went ahead and took care of business against the Celtics tonight, man. Winning it in a close one at the end. I'm going to stick to the good things right now before I get into the nitty gritty of the video. Obviously, first and foremost, man, Saddiq Bey, man, continues to look like the steal of the NBA draft. When we got that man, we knew that he could be the steal of the draft, man, and he showed his Detroit swagger today, man. I mean, the confidence level was unmatched again, man, for a second straight game. Tonight, he really exploded. 30 points, 12 rebounds, man. This is just, it's so refreshing to see Saddiq Bey, man, to see a player like that on the Pistons team, a young player, a Pistons rookie, to do that type of thing. You know, we've been unfortunate when it comes to drafting over the past decades. So, you know, to see some of these young guys developing like him and, you know, Isaiah Stewart, man, it was so fun to watch him. It was so fun. I mean, the locked in look that he had on his face, man, the confidence was unmatched this game. Unmatched. I don't care who you put in front of him. He was pulling it, man. He shot one for at least about 4 feet back from the three-point line. In a clutch moment, man. In a clutch moment. Him and Josh Jackson, I swear, you know, Josh Jackson is a Detroiter, so I expect him to scream Detroit. You know what I'm saying? The way he blocks shots, he gets up in people's face after he get and ones on them, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Saddiq, tonight was your night, man. And you are an absolute blast to watch, young man. I just cannot, you know, I cannot wait until this team is complete. Once we get rid of all the veterans that we have, man, I'm so ready to watch some good Detroit Pistons basketball. You know, Detroit is a great place when the Pistons are winning. The Pistons continue to be giant slayers. You know, the NBA's best. The Pistons get up for all the time, man, and we've beaten some of the best. Even though they're missing a player here and there, we are too. You know, so that is my argument with a lot of people. We're missing players too. You've seen the amount of players we missed tonight. We missed basically all our 4s and 5s is out tonight, except Blake Griffin. And you know, you might as well count him as out sometimes too, because he can't do much on defense. He can only do what he can do. Now, on the defensive end today, he took those charges, and those was key to winning the game. So shout out to Blake Griffin for having abs of steel today and helping the Pistons come out with a victory, because those charges were very crucial for the Detroit Pistons. So, you know, luckily that Boston is a smaller team. They don't really have a bunch of big men like we just faced with Indiana that gave us problems. So the Pistons was able to handle that. Man, Delon Wright showed up again today. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde showed up again today. You know, he shows up in 1 or 2 games at a time and then take 10 games off. I don't understand it, but I'm happy he showed up today. I swear, you know, I know my pops is listening, man. When the first half was over, we was dogging Delon Wright, man. I don't know if he heard something we said, but he turned it up, man, and started making some passes, man, and making some plays. That's what I want from my point guard. We need a point guard to make plays for other people, man. And him and Dennis Smith Jr. was doing their best to find Saddiq Bey, Blake Griffin, and I appreciated that. Even though Dennis Smith Jr. is still rusty as heck, he's super rusty. Like I said, he wasn't playing over there in New York. He asked to go to the G League, so you know, the rust is obvious, but he was able to come in for 9 minutes and get 5 assists right away. So, you know, to find Saddiq Bey and get him going. Actually, he was the one who got him going. You know, Wayne Ellington was struggling. You know, he continues to struggle. That's why I said about shooters. They're streaky, man. They have streaks where they just can't hit anything. And that's just what Dwayne Casey, him being a veteran and the shooter that he is, he's going through that right now. But yeah, you know, like I said, I was absolutely pleased watching this game. The only thing that was upsetting me, obviously, is what y'all all know where I'm going to the second part of this video. Dwayne Casey and his decisions. I just don't. It took you to the 2-minute mark to figure out that you needed to put Saddiq Bey back in the game. Dwayne Casey, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Isaiah Stewart didn't even get back in. He didn't even get back in. Are you kidding me, man? You dogged. I mean, you know, on second night of a back-to-back, I appreciate you, Blake Griffin, again for that. Even though he played too many minutes, I appreciate him for toughing it out, man, because your coach is a bonehead sometimes. Yeah, Isaiah Stewart, Saddiq Bey, nowhere to be found in the fourth quarter until the last 2-minute mark when you decided to put Saddiq Bey in, and guess what happened? I just don't understand it, man. It's not rocket science. You make it harder on your team than what it needs to be. Like, just these lineups, man, I just can't. Oh, boy. But, you know, that's for another video, man. Y'all already know I say this every game. Y'all seen the same thing I seen. Whatever. Let's just enjoy the victory, man. Let's enjoy being able to go on to sports shows again after the game tonight and see some highlights of the Pistons winning. You know what I'm saying? Them talking about our rookie Saddiq Bey, man, and drooling over him and what he did tonight. That's what I want to see, man. 7 out of 8. Unbelievable, man. I didn't think he was gonna miss one, man. He was just so hot, man. He could have had, I swear he could have had so much more. He could have kept going, man, but, you know, like I said, Casey took him out. So, you know, Luke got in the game today, man, and was serviceable, which is another thing, you know, the decision making to keep guys in too long. Ellington is going through something right now as far as a shooter slump. Yes, you want him to shoot, but it was getting to the point to where they was finding him open constantly, and it was starting to cost the Pistons. Luke was sitting right there on the bench. Dwayne Casey, make the sub. Simple as that, man. Make the sub. This ain't the time right now. This ain't the game to try to get Ellington's jump shot going. Wait until the next game against New Orleans or something like that. Put Luke in the game. You know, these big games like this against the winning teams are they're very important for development, especially for the younger part of your team. Like I said, Ellington's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran. He's going to get himself out of that slump. Luke's sitting right there. Get him in the game. Jerami Grant continues to be. Now, you know, I had said this when we first got Jerami Grant. He was scoring, you know, all the 30-point games. Everybody got blinded. And I swear I was probably on one of the only ones that said this at first. Jerami Grant needs some moves, dude. He has no type of moves whatsoever. He scores, but he's getting easy to defend. You put a guy in front of him and the guy sit down on defense, Jerami Grant is going to shoot a jump shot. He's not going to try to get by that guy because guess what? He has no first step. He has no crossovers, no step backs, no type of anything. He has nothing when it comes to the dribbling department in order to blow by guys, which is something that's very important for him to work on this offseason. Wasn't saying that Jerami Grant is a bad player, saying Jerami Grant needs to focus on that this offseason. He focused on the jump shot, got that better. It's time to focus on the dribbling because you need moves in order to get by guys, man, and he just does not have them. And then when it comes to making the decisions out there, that's just not what he is. He's not that, you know what I'm saying? He needs support around him. Even though he is the scorer he is, he's not in that stage yet to where he can just be that guy to make decisions, to move parts around. He's not that guy yet. He's just starting, you know what I mean? So Dwayne Casey, you need to definitely get with him about that. He needs to develop some type of go-to move or something, or there's some things that he just needs to work on and fine-tune this game, which I know he will, man. He's a very hard worker, very bright young man, very talented. You know, I'm looking forward for him to do that during the offseason this year or throughout the season if he can work on some things and try to figure out some things. So, but yeah, that's my thing with Jerami Grant. He's wild at times, you know. Bad decisions at times, and it comes because of the limited ability that he has when it comes to those moves, man. So, you know, that's that. Just wanted to point that out. But yeah, Pistons beat the Celtics, man, and it was an absolute joy to watch. Twitter is absolutely has exploded over Saddiq Bey, and yeah, it's warranted. So enjoy the rest of you guys' night, man, and I'll see you guys next game. You guys be safe. Peace.